Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Cambay. Okay, so this one is not the pre-match one for Real Madrid, who we play on Wednesday. This one is about the outcry of what Mo Salah said yesterday after the game regarding his contract. So get my thoughts and opinions on that. You can leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Okay, if you like this channel, please subscribe to it. Please share the video and please like the video. Okay, so Mo Salah. What Mo Salah did yesterday was give a short statement that gave maximum exposure worldwide. Not just to Liverpool fans here, but to everybody, the whole footballing fraternity. So he said he wants to stay. The club haven't offered him a contract. Nobody spoke to him. He is more or less more out than he is in. And if you noticed, he said that with a smile on his face. So, let's look into it. Only my opinions. You give me your opinions, as I said, okay? As I said, Mo made that statement because he thinks, or his management think that Liverpool aren't moving quick enough. So, Mo wants 3 years. Liverpool don't want to give him 3 years. They want to give him 2 years. Liverpool will probably want to give him less wages that he's on now. But Mo said, I'll have the same wages, but I'll have them for 3 years. So, that's what I think is the stumbling block. I know none of us know about where the negotiations are. There have been negotiations, okay, but they're probably stalled at some point. So either Mo makes the move or the club makes the move. Now, with Mo coming out with that statement yesterday, he's wanting a reaction from the club. Now, the club don't do things publicly, do they? We know that, okay, because if they did things publicly, we'd get a better understanding what goes on behind the scenes with players' contracts. But FSG are becoming like the Masons, very secretive. So he's put it out there that he wants to stay. Now, the club could have handled this 12 months ago when Jurgen was at the helm and when there was really nobody in charge. You know, you sort of like had one person maybe in charge, but he wasn't doing much. He's now gone back to America. So it left 3 players in a quandary, coming to the end of the contracts and to see what would prevail. So Edwards comes back onto the scene and he brings in Richard Hughes at the beginning of the season. We're now into the last week in November. No signs of Edwards or Hughes. Edwards is the global controller of FSG for all footballing matters, and that includes yay or nay contracts, players that come in to Liverpool. Richard Hughes, got him from Bournemouth. Now, all I've heard from Richard Hughes, all I've not heard from Richard Hughes is who's coming in and where we are at the player contracts for 3 players, who incidentally, 2 out of the 3 99.9% sure they want to stay. Okay. The other one had a carrot dangled in front of him, and being the young person he is, and having a mate playing for Real Madrid, was making him go that way. Now, all three said they weren't going to sign a contract until they saw what was going to happen with the new coach. So was the rumour. So, Piggy in the middle. And I feel sorry for this fella. He's going to be Arne Slot. The reason he's going to be Piggy in the middle, mark you my words, at the presser tomorrow for the Real Madrid game, what is he going to be asked? He's going to be asked, what did you think of what Mo said? Now, he'll bat it away, but inside him, there'll be a slight bit of apprehension. Why am I dealing with this? Well, all I was brought in to do was to be the coach. Now, did you notice at his press conference how he bigged up Mo massively? Saying if it wasn't for Mo Salah getting the club where they are, as in getting the goal-scoring records and the games, it was fantastic. So that clearly tells me that Arne Slot wants Mo Salah to stay. He'd want Virgil van Dijk to stay, and no doubt he'd want Trent to stay as well. So he's been put Piggy in the middle by, I blame the club, because he's got to be, as I said, not dealing with this question tomorrow. He'll be dealing with this question on Friday at the press conference before the City game. We do not need this now. The team is going to go through a period of playing football every 3 days right up to 1st of December. And no distractions. This has been a distraction, but it's been in the background because we've been doing all right on the pitch. But 1st of July is coming up soon as well, where 3 players from our club can talk to anybody, be it abroad, to move away. I mean, that's a stupid rule in itself. I think if you're in your last year of your contract, you should talk to anybody. I don't know how employment law doesn't, why football has to be different. Because at the end of the day, it's all about being in work one way or another. And I'm not in favour of that rule. I think you should talk to anybody. So, as I said, the club's handled it really, really bad. We've had the FSG get out of our club. You're using it as a money pit and things like that. You can't disagree with what some of the comments are. I'm not an overall fan of FSG. I haven't been since they started making stupid mistakes, and FSG have short memories. I don't think they know how powerful our fan base can be when we get the wheels into motion. I don't see any divide in the fans in this. If the players are saying they want to stay, let's get it done. People are saying, just give them the dough, what they're asking for. Just putting Mo to one side, Trent could become the highest paid right back in world football. Am I in favour of that? No, because it's not your right backs of the world and not your highest paid players. So if that's what it takes for Trent to stay, that's what it'll take for Trent to stay. Trent might have in his contract he wants to play in midfield, and Real Madrid have probably turned around to him and said, you can play midfield for us because we've got a couple of decent right backs. Well, they did do until they've got couple of them had injuries now that are keeping them out of the Real Madrid team. Virgil, apart from 45 minutes yesterday, he's back to his best. He wants to stay. He'll sign an extension, 2 years. So, yeah, as I say, I think the club is putting, or the owners are putting themselves on a knife edge here. Something needs to be sorted out soon, and I mean soon. Not once has any of the 3 players down tools. They're only humans, and we know players do that. Yes, it could have been different if we'd have lost 6-7 games in this through all competitions, what we played, but we haven't. We are going through a transition, but the transition is working. Every obstacle that's been thrown at us, apart from the Notts Forest one, I think I'll be mentioning Notts Forest in every video. I don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, every obstacle that's been thrown, footballing wise, the players have found solutions, the manager has found solutions, and the players have delivered. So yeah. So that's my take on it. Okay, it's not very good. Mo Salah very rarely gives talks to the media in that free zone area. Very rarely. You know, he normally shouts a sentence or something, but yeah. So this is the 3rd time he's mentioned it. He mentioned it last season. Was it after the Wolves game? He mentioned it after the Manchester United game this season, and he has mentioned it now. That's 3 times. Mo doesn't give out interviews generally at that area after the game. So, it's over to you, Liverpool Football Club. You need to get this sorted out pretty sharpish. The ball's in your court, and we have got a bit of a renaissance going on with Arne Slot. We're all getting used to it. We're good in all competitions, and you brought somebody in who just wants. You brought somebody in who should only be coaching and not being involved in other things. Okay, he might have an input in saying yes, that player is good. We'll have him, but Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, and whoever else is on that small footballing committee, you need to make your minds up, and you need to make them pretty quick. It's either yay or nay to the contracts. Don't be giving us excuses that you haven't got the funds, because that would be a non-starter for me. Jurgen Klopp was on £20 million a year. You haven't got that salary anymore. You're probably paying on Slot between 5 and 6 million, 7 million maximum. So you've got a massive saving on there. Got rid of Joel Matip. You got rid of other players that have left the club. So your wage bill has been slashed. So please don't be saying that Liverpool aren't bringing in the dough either. They are bringing in the dough, both commercially, right, and match day revenue. So you can't pull that one on us there, because we will see right through you. Okay, this is a dig at the owners, because us supporters will not be happy if nothing has been resolved come 1st of January, because after that, as I say, we go again up to March, and we will need to make sure that we have every single player on the same sheet of paper. And like I say, I feel sorry for Onslaught. He's been put as piggy in the middle, and he'll be having to bat away questions that he'll be asked tomorrow and Friday, the two respective games. And believe me, if it wasn't already a massive week for Liverpool, that's what we do. We're involved in big games week in and week out. It's come even bigger. Okay, if you like this video, as I said, please share it, please give me a like, and please subscribe to the channel. I've said previously that I make no money from this, and I intend not to make any money. I don't want any advertising on here because it winds me up, and this is just my freebie, what I give to you guys, just my opinion, but I will also like to hear from you guys as well. Okay, enjoy the rest of Monday evening. Up the Reds.